Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS BizTools. Welcome to Accountants Minute. This week's article is titled Implementing Monitoring Performance Helps SMEs to Scale Up. This is based on the very successful podcast that I conducted with Andrew Geddes a few weeks ago. Andrew, of course, was one of the joint founders of the Financial Management Research Centre at the University of New England. And in more recent times, he was chair for a 10-year period of ASX Top 200 company Green Cross Limited. He brings tremendous accountancy experience from universities, public practice and public companies into his thinking and deliberations on the current state of the Australian accounting profession and where the accounting profession is headed. In this week's update, we talk first of all about advisory boards and the role they can play. And Andrew did express the comment that he thought more accountants could be involved in guiding their clients by being proactive participants in advisory boards, meeting preferably monthly, reviewing financial accounts, analysing budgets, scrutinising key performance indicator results are all a very important process of advisory boards. Andrew suggested that one of the key things that should be looked at each month is to identify 1 to 3 items that really need sorting out in the next quarter and making sure that the task has been properly allocated to people capable of solving those problems and bringing that task to finalisation. He also talked about scaling up. Andrew's a great supporter of scaling up. In fact, did spend some time in America a few years ago undertaking special training by the author of Scaling Up, Verne Harnish. Andrew's comments in this podcast related to, are you aware of the scaling up process? Have you read the book by Verne Harnish? And how could you implement it within your accounting firm? Within ESS BizTools, we are developing a new segment of packages which is based very closely on scaling up processes. The scaling up processes were based on the Rockefeller Habits, which relates to a manual that was written nearly 100 years ago by John D. Rockefeller, the founder of the Standard Oil Company. And it was a system that he established for the executives within Standard Oil to use to drive their business. Verne Harnish and his team have updated it to current technology. Of course, they had no computers 100 years ago, and other local updating requirements. With Andrew, I also discussed measuring performance, a very important role for accountants, which is really the key performance indicators. Making sure that it's just not a profit and loss account that you're looking at. You need to dig deeper to get the real situation. Andrew again spoke about the pattern of meetings. He's quite fanatical, as is Verne Harnish in his book Scaling Up, about the importance of establishing a pattern of meetings, daily, weekly, monthly, within the business, and making sure that everyone knows when they're on and that they attend. I think that this is a very important contribution that Andrew Geddes has supplied to us by the comments that he made in this particular podcast. And I would urge accountants and bookkeepers who are interested in pursuing this area to look very closely at items like performance management, advisory boards, and scaling up as processes that you could really introduce that will help differentiate your client's firm and also your own firm. And these activities will enhance your firm's reputation in the market to assist you in talent attraction and the retention of that talent, because those team members will be undertaking very interesting and challenging work. If you have any questions on any aspect of this week's edition of Accountants Minute, please send me an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au, or you can make a telephone call, 1800 232 088. Have a great week. Stay safe. Goodbye.